Are you hungry for the latest news and trends from the internet? Welcome to What's Cooking on the Internet, your one-stop shop for discovering the hottest digital delights. Hit that subscribe button and let's get cooking.
We're desperate for validation in a world that's increasingly uncertain. We're turning to self-assessment platforms like MyIQ in droves. But what we're really craving is a sense of being enough. Digital self-assessment has gone mainstream. It's no longer a fringe curiosity. Tools like MyIQ offer a sense of structure in a chaotic world, promising insight with the feel of authority. For a generation raised on being rated, liked, and scored, that can feel like clarity. But when reflection becomes performance, we start to lose sight of what's truly important. We're no longer just seeking insight. We're chasing labels and scores that can feel like a definitive measure of our worth. And when we don't meet our own expectations, we spiral into shame or anxiety. The lines between self-assessment and self-worth are blurring. We're using tools like MyIQ to decode ourselves. But in the process, we're creating a culture of performance. We're not just understanding ourselves. We are managing how we want to see ourselves. And that's a slippery slope. Over 70% of people under 35 are hooked on regular self-testing, from personality apps to emotional intelligence quizzes. Reviews often mention a feeling of relief after taking the tests, but also a kind of existential aftershock. I felt seen, one user writes. Then I couldn't stop thinking about whether the results were flattering enough. The danger isn't in the tests themselves. It's in how easily they become rituals of reassurance. When self-assessment turns into a loop, test, react, doubt, retest, it stops being insight and starts being performance. You're no longer understanding yourself. You're managing how you want to see yourself. So can we use the tools without becoming them? Or are we doomed to repeat the cycle of self-doubt and validation seeking? The answer lies in recognizing the paradox at the heart of digital self-assessment. The more granular the tools, the more anxious the user. Because when there's a test for everything, for your confidence, for your burnout, for your communication style, every part of yourself starts to feel like something that could be improved. In a world where everything else is uncertain, work, identity, climate, connection, having a number, a type, a label, feels like relief. But clarity and certainty aren't the same thing. Clarity allows for complexity, contradiction, the evolution of self. Certainty shuts it down. That's the quiet risk of using self-assessment as validation. It can make us fluent in our patterns, but blind to our fluidity. And that's the quiet burnout underneath the self-optimization boom. For some, the constant measurement brings clarity. For others, it brings anxiety dressed up as progress. Platforms like MyIQ aren't inherently harmful, but their popularity reveals something raw. We are tired of not knowing who we are and terrified that we might find out.